Hello, 4th and 5th grades. So, continuing on kind of where we left off last week, I read you the story of Igabidif, the musical yak, and your seesaw response was to fill in the pitches of the treble clef lines. And those lines were from the letters in Igabidif's name, E, G, B, D, and F. And it also kind of gave you a clue that you have your own personal musical staff. It's your hand, 5 lines, and 4 spaces. So, if I draw a staff, 5 lines, and a treble clef at the beginning, so I know which notes I'm using. And those 5 pitches went in order: E, G, B, D, and F, from lowest to highest. But then on page 2 of your seesaw, I purposely tried to throw you a curveball. I mixed up the order. Now, several of you saw right past my little attempt at trickery. However, some of you, I caught you. Oh, here's a reminder. The pitches, it does not matter what order they are in. What tells us the letter is which line it lives on. So this bottom line, line number 1, it's always E, whether it's the first note in the melody or it is the last note. If it's on the first line, it's always an E. Because it didn't matter. I can scoot this over. I can make it the last one. I can scoot that there. I can make that the second one. And I can have it like that. All I did was change up the order of it. E is still on the first line. G is still on the second one. B is on the third. D is on the fourth. And F is on the top. The line tells us the pitch name, not where it happens in the order. So, like I said, several of you saw right past that little attempt at mixing you up, but it did catch some of you. So I want to make sure we iron that out. But, as I have mentioned before, lines are only half of the equation. The music staff is made of lines and spaces. And the spaces, oh, they're a little bit easier to remember because they spell a word. Try and write it a little bit darker so you can see it. And they spell the word face. F-A-C-E. Just like if you put the staff in front of you, what do you see through the spaces? You see your face. Last week, we focused on the lines Igabidif. This week, we're filling in the rest of the equation. The spaces. Face in the spaces. Now that we've taken care of that, let's review the folk dance we started last week called Agadu.